very first guest is, who you can, of course, see on your screens. He's someone who performs and teaches poetry and theatre through his own process for creation and self-reflection called Slinging. Now, weaving performances into his writing, he examines issues such as toxic masculinity, family culture, identity, and the role representation plays in a person's development. Please join me in welcoming Anthony Febo as a very, very first speaker on this IKF 2021. Anthony, do we have you here?
Yes. Ooh, hello, party people. I don't know where you are, but I am very excited to be here. So thank y'all so much for choosing to join us. You know what I mean? You could have been anywhere else, but you're here right now. And if that's the only thing that I know about you is that you're choosing to be here, then that's all I need to know. That at least for right now, we're family. You know what I mean? So welcome to the cookout. Welcome to the housewarming, to the party. I'm very honored. I just want to jump right into it, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of things. I like to talk a lot. There's a lot of trash that comes out of here, but hopefully today it's all compost. Hopefully we can take it, you know what I mean? You can take it, you can let it be in the body, and it can grow into something new. And I'm very excited to be able to share some poetry, share a couple of words in between, talk about kindness. It is something that I have been actively trying to incorporate into my own life, into my own practice a little bit, way before I even knew that this festival existed. So I'm very excited to be bringing some of these things to life, right? I don't know if you've heard of spoken word and or slam poetry before, but just wherever it is that you are, right? You could just listen with your hands folded and be respectful, and respectful is nice, but respectful is passive, right? You can't do much with respect. Showing love is an action. Showing love is something you can do, right? It gives you something as an audience member to do. And even if I can't hear you, even if I can't see you, if there is a line that sticks out to you, if I say something that resonates, if I say something about cats and you're like, ooh, I love cats too, you can go ahead and make some noise, right? You can make some noise for yourself just to get it out of your body. You can send some energy my way, and I'm gonna take it and give it right back to you as love. Yeah. All right, cool. So I want to start off. With the poem where it makes me think a lot about kindness as choice, right? Kindness as an active choice, as a response. I'm in the Boston area. I'm Puerto Rican. Shout out to the Boricuas in the building. I'm sure there's at least one of us, even if it's me. You know what I mean? I'm here, and before the pandemic, I took the train a lot, and the train in any city, I think is a very just interesting place to be sometimes. And so I just want to give you a little bit of that. Okay, poem. Tonight, I'm cooking because I miss the creation my hands can make. Too often I focus on my knuckles, but tonight I'd rather use the precision of my fingers to cut a plantain. Place them in a pan and watch them tan in oil. Like if I never moved from Puerto Rico, would my skin be tostón as brown? How I cook to feel closer to home. How this has nothing to do with who can cook better, and everything to do with the man on the train that yelled, "English, please," when I was just giving directions to someone in Spanish. How we tried to claim space for his ignorance by diminishing my culture. How there is no correct way to be Latino in public after being told to shut up without proving that person right. So tonight, y'all, I need to cook. I need to take something dead, massage it in adobo, let it get loose to the song of oil and sweat, and watch it give life to those that eat it. Tonight, we will eat. Tonight, we will praise over our food and not worry about the language that we do it in. Tonight, the stereotype of being Latino and loud does not exist here. We are all too busy reteaching our mouths how to be a host for this food, how to leave room for dessert, because there is always dessert in my house, and they all have names that don't have names in English, because when you taste this good, there is no need for translation. There is no English, please, for flavor, for tradition that keeps culture alive. Because we all have to eat, because we all have to live. Because what's the point of doing either without a little sazon, like the next person that yells, English, please, when I was just giving directions to someone in Spanish, must be bitter. Like, they must be what they eat. Like, tonight, I will be an island. All right, cool, 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 cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes it be like that. You know what I mean? Sometimes we receive someone else's insecurity, and uh, that wants to stay in our body as shame. But nah, you know what I mean? We gotta, like, at least for myself, I had to train myself how to be able to give other people's insecurities and other people's projections a space to travel through me and out. And I find that through poetry. I also find it through cooking. I love cooking. I mean, I'm not a chef, I just like to eat. You know what I mean? Like, for me, making a bowl of cereal is cooking. Heating up some oatmeal is cooking. Heating up my 6-month daughter's milk is cooking. You know what I mean? I like to just turn the knob and just wait for it to heat. You know what I mean? But all of these things can find a space in our body, right? And I like to think about kindness as an embodied ritual as well, right? What are the small things that we can do, either at and at the beginning of something, or at the end of something, as a ritual, as a routine, as a habit? How can we create small moments for kindness for ourselves, which can be embodied and then represented, or shown to other people? And or it just, even if it is just like, I feel like when there is stillness in the own body, that is that makes a difference, right? Think about being in a moment of panic, right? And everyone is panicking. You're on a boat, and maybe the boat starts to sink, and everyone is, that one person that is remaining calm can definitely influence everyone else. And so, why not that person be you? Why not that moment? Why not choose that stillness? Why not find a way to be kind to yourself, to the moment, which will then influence the way that the rest of us are also feeling, right? And so, I have a small little ritual for myself. I love breath. Shout out to breathing. You know what I mean? Being alive. All of us have to breathe, and it's a beautiful thing when we can choose that breath. And so this next poem is just called "Arriving in Two Parts." Part 1. Outside. I step out my door, and I greet myself in this setting with 3 breaths. 1 for who I was when I woke up, in ellipses of the PM I surrendered to. I breathe and choose today as a new page. Stillness caused by choosing to be still is a stillness I can build on. The second breath is for who I want to be. A smile for a stranger, a bless you for a sneeze filling the void. No thank you required. I want to be a held door for ease of transition and nothing else. Here, I'm reminded why the tops of trees are called crowns, how empires are grown from legacy, how I am a manifestation of my parents' sacrifice. The third breath is for me, now, in this moment, with gratitude in my back pocket and intention jingling in my hand. The me that is now 3 breaths deep in my understanding of my own skin today. If I don't slow down enough to hear the echoes of my own body begging me to be validated, how can I begin the healing process? The tending of my own garden, the refurbishing of my own kitchen. Like, how can I buy new cabinets before I empty, measure, and rip out the cabinets that were there before? I carry this third breath with me in my stride until it eventually transforms into the breath that wishes my wife good night. The breath that thanks her for saying yes every day. The breath that carries the final I love you of the night before I find a new one tomorrow morning. Part 2. The park, the arboretum. And notice How New England grants us the opportunity to learn from nature. How the seasons are different enough to have their own personalities. And if we let them, they can teach us about change, how to mourn and let go, how to celebrate rebirth, how to live in that fullness, how to prepare for the inevitable winter all over again. The poets are supposed to love nature. We are supposed to find the beauty in a leaf fall, are expected to make music out of the engraving of foot in snow, are known for engineering words to make the sun brighter. And I guess I'm here for that. Here to feel it first before I swallow the forest whole. Need to chew it in my own mouth. Need to feel my own toes grow numb while I search for a seat that will frame my thoughts. Need to forget what my own body was like before this choice. Each step I take, I plant batches of fresh soil in the parts of me once filled with shame. I meet myself where I'm at, put it in harmony with what is. And isn't this so breathtaking? Word. Okay, cool. I'm into it. I'm having a good time. I hope wherever it is that you are finding your own stillness, whether it is through the breath, whether it is through a moment right before you eat your food, feeling some of that steam hit your face. If it is the morning for you, hopefully you have something warm. I'm an orange juice kind of guy, so I can't talk too much about warmth. But wherever it is that you are, hope that warmth is at least coming through in your own body. The people that we care about look to us for energy. I'm learning that with the arrival of my daughter, my first child. I keep on saying 6-month-year-old, and so I'm glad I was able to like think about it enough to, although I said it anyways, it's still nice to think about it enough to be like, no, she's just 6 months, not a year yet. I got to give myself enough time to be able to process the fact that if like just yesterday I was kissing my wife's belly, and now I am feeding my 6-month daughter way too early and changing way too many diapers. As a writer, as a lover of habit and routine, I wanted to give myself a little bit of a of a challenge to document both the growth and also as a way to be present. I am writing haikus, quick small little poems, 17 syllables. I'm writing a haiku for each of her diaper changes. That's you can follow along on Twitter if you're interested. This is Febo at on Twitter, but that's not a plug. It's just context, you know what I mean? And I'm very excited to be doing it. She's 6 months, and I'm over 800 haikus. I'm not gonna read all of them. I just want to read a little collection of them, right? Because I like to think about of kindness as love, right? As a way to be able to choose to be a way to choose to be, right? Because it's very easy to get frustrated with a baby because they don't understand what I'm saying, and I'm like, why are you crying? I understand that you're hungry, but the food is heating up. Open your eyes and you'll see it. You know what I mean? And so there needs to be a lot of I've learned I need to be very patient, and writing these haikus are a moment for me to be patient. And I just want to read a couple of them. They're short, and so I'll read it, take a quick beat, and then just keep it going. Feel free to snap if you like. Feel free to just nod. Just it gives you something to do in that quick little transitional moment. Like I said, there's over 800. These are just a select few from the first 200 or so. And we're just gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it going. Because after this I have one more poem I want to share, but let's see what happens. Okay, cool. Diaper haikus 1 through 200 variation. Boom. But I thought your butt was on your butt, so then why is there poop on your back? And if I don't say big stretch every time you stretch, am I still a dad? The full moon shines while I clean your full moon behind, and I bask in both. I will gladly do this dance of cleaning up your mess all of my life. I sing you Spanish songs, the ones Pop sang to me. This is how you'll learn. Eat, sleep, change diaper, wake up, eat, poop, change diaper, then repeat again. Yes, I'll teach you, but it's more discovering the Spanish in your blood. It's a shame. You're less than a month old and you've been told to speak English. I've imagined what fatherhood could look like, and real life is better. It'll be my duty to teach you the inner work, matters of the heart. You can always come back to your breath, come back to now, come back to me. Sound machine plays a flowing river, reminder to flow like water. Not going to wait till things get better. I think I'll enjoy life now. It's not that you're growing up fast. I just need to be more present. The values I want for you are values I need to embody first. So thankful this is the version that gets to be your father. Here, we believe in collaboration instead of competition. I know there'll be parts of you I'll never know, but I'm grateful for now. Word. Okay, cool. I have a little under 4 minutes left, and I want to share this last poem with y'all. And what I want to say about this is kindness as acceptance. Acceptance with our past, even if we're not happy with it. Acceptance doesn't mean whatever happened was okay, or whatever happened that you like it. It just means that there is an understanding that it has happened and that there is a moving forward. And I feel like that is similar with forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't necessarily mean that what the person did was okay. It just means that there is an acceptance and that there is a moving forward. And I do a lot of self-reflection, and there was a lot of moments in my life that were holding on. And I wanted to find a way to not necessarily let go, but to see them and be like, yes, I see you. I'm going to be tender towards you because you are trying to say something and I want to just show you love. Okay, poem. Here we go. Last poem. The first time Anthony saw his father cry, he was 10. His mother was unconscious in his father's arms, cradled with the same precision you cradle a newborn. The head resting in the wrinkle of the elbow, the ears positioned symmetrically between the bicep and forearm as if to whisper, one day you will grow out of my safety, but I will always attempt to protect you. This is also the first time Anthony saw his father be gentle. The first time Anthony pretended to marry two of his friends was at recess in 2nd grade. His closest friend at the time wanted to kiss Ashley, the prettiest girl in class, so a plan was devised to wish to make this possible. With Anthony playing the role of priest, the arranged wedding was set, and as the words, "Does anyone have reason as to why these two shall not marry?" left his lips, the words, "Ashley, I want to marry you for more than just a kiss," was trapped behind his. This is also the first time Anthony pretended that heartbreak is not painful. The first time he ever heard hip-hop was also the first time he heard his own voice. The first time he performed, he got booed off stage, but it was also the first time he ever felt at home. The first time he witnessed glass shatter was within the midst of an argument. The exclamation of smash is always louder when done on purpose. This is also the first time he ever witnessed his father be sorry. The first time Anthony was called monster. He sat in silence as the love he once shared converted into questions he did not have answers to. This is also the first time he was ever called unlovable. The first time Anthony tasted his own blood, he was 10. First time Anthony tasted his own blood, he was 7. He and his family were at a nearby park, and when it was time to return, Anthony went ahead. Perched at the top of the hill, he smiled at the only obstacle between him and his home, then mounted his bike and rode down that slope at speeds never before reached, then crashed into his chain link fence. His face battered and bruised, leaving a trail of evidence all the way back to the house. But this is also the first time he ever tasted freedom. Yo, the first time Anthony felt safe saying, I love you, was after 3 years of glass shattering, 3 years of pretending that heartbreak is not painful. Now, there is always a trail that will lead, there is always a trail that will of evidence leading to a battered and bruised past that will prevent you from achieving speeds never before reached. They will taste like words swallowed. They will fit in the wrinkle of your elbow. They will sound like booze, but don't let it feel like home. Remember the first time you heard your own voice, how it sounded like music. A seeing someone be gentle is their attempt to protect you. A crying may not provide answers, but will taste like freedom. Even if the prettiest girl in class does not kiss you, you are so lovable. So the next time someone calls you a monster, just smile and show them the blood in your mouth. Thank y'all so much for having me. My name is Febo. Be kind. It is an action. You got it.